Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 12 Experimental Phase 4. This was released on the 22nd of May 2020, if you're watching this in the future. And it is a pretty interesting release. Most of the focus was very much on fixing issues around the new galactic map. Now, these are the change notes. I'm not going to go through them blow by blow. This will be quite a long, boring video, because one feature of this update is there's not really much to show you actually in the game. A lot of these updates are background updates. I can confirm that this update has broken the save game, but not in the normal way. You can still load it, but what happens is you just get an error message every minute or two, which effectively makes the game unplayable, especially when you're in the middle of doing something quite complex and suddenly you get the usual message coming up saying continue, skip, email. So effectively the save game is broken and unplayable. So I will be restarting, but a bit more about that on the future. What I'm going to do in this section here is we're just going to go a quick run through of what's actually new in this update. I'm not going to go into great detail. So we're just going to go down here. You can see most of the changes relate to the galaxy and the galaxy config. I think what Alien are doing is just tidying up some of the positions. It says there they've got better elliptical galaxy generation, improved naming algorithm for stars. I think if any of you have gone through the star naming convention, some of them have been a little bit eccentric. You can see a lot of the changes are to do with the config files. Again, I'm not really into that level of the game. So if we move down here and it says the game world, and probably the most interesting one there, it says space-based defense enabled for pirates. So no more wandering up to pirate stations and taking a quick look. We're going to have to be a bit more careful like that. And probably another one that's going to drive this restart is adjusted temperate start planet and starter zone, decreased spawning of ground AI on temperate starter. I'm not exactly too sure what that means. It says they've added new icons for space stations, junkyard and space empty. They've moved legacy galactic territory to new position and changed content. And again, I'm not exactly too sure what that is. I'm assuming that that's pre-Alpha 12. Updated playfields, increasing spawn probability of asteroids in space slightly. I think this is probably to compensate for the sheer size of the map where you get into space now, to add a few more asteroids to make it a bit more interesting. They've also added titanium rods to some traders, so that's going to be very useful. Now they've got this section on the scoreboard. Now I'm assuming this relates to multiplayer, that people who are playing can actually keep track of what they're doing and their rankings. To be honest, I don't really know much about that. There's been changes to the registry. There's been quite a few updates to the POIs. That'd be quite interesting to check that out. But buried in there, it says POI in orbit are now distributed over 15,000 meters from the center of each direction. Before it was 2,000. So I think what they've actually done there is spread out some of the POIs around the actual center of the playfield. And I think that was probably pretty evident if you watched my series, the fact that everything was crammed in a bit more. Of course, the downside of that is it means it's going to take longer to travel stuff. And it says they've removed cores from orbital CV wreckages. I think that's one of the problems I run into. Day and dialogue missions. This is the section that's really interests me. There's all story missions are playable on all starter planets now. So if you play the swamp planet, you'll be able to play the missions. All story missions have been updated and improved for consistency in the game's story. Although it does add on here the caveat that the moment they're not linked into a chain, you can do them in any order. But that's for us to assist Delion by trying to do those missions and showing any problems. It says window improvements for each category. So there's a whole section to do with the dialogues. Down here is a very interesting update. Now, if any of you watched the playthrough so far, you will be aware that I've had a few problems with radiation. And it says here, added radiation removal to all anti-rad medications. Ointment -1, pills -3, injections -5, and decontamination kits -7. Now, I think that's quite interesting, because I'm going to be completely honest that when I've made medications, and the few times that I've made anti-radiation medication, I've always gone for the injections, and there's never been a big difference between them, because they just cured radiation burns. Now, this gives you a reason to invest in making decontamination kits, because with a -7 reduction in radiation, as part of the treatment will make a big difference. That about brings it together. There's a whole list of bug fixes down the bottom here. Again, I'm not going to go through them. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to move on and start a new playthrough. So here we are on the main screen of Empyrion, and if you look up in the top left hand corner, you will see we're on experimental build 12.4 build 2914, and we will be starting again because the save game is broken. Now, when I first loaded this update, I went into the resume game and it wasn't blocking the game loading. I thought, great, I can carry on with my existing Let's Play. But the problem is that once you get into there, every couple of minutes you get an error message and it comes up saying, do you want to continue? Send an email. And to be honest, that is just incredibly irritating. So what I did is I tried to do a little bit of fiddling around. I didn't get anywhere. And then I saw Spange had released a video, and he was restarting again. And like he said, he couldn't get the game fixed so that he could continue. And I mean, I'm going to bow to his superior knowledge when it comes to the console and the lower level games, the mechanics of the games. And I'm working purely on the principle that if he can't get it working and is conceding and starting again, then I've got no chance of getting the game fixed. And it's quite interesting. Spange has started on the swamp planet and he immediately landed in some hot radiation. Which goes to show that even though they've completed the swamp start, it's just as bad as it was when I started. But anyway, I wish him luck with that. I hope he enjoys being on the swamp planet. But we're going to start a game. We're going to play survival. And let's get in this straight away. We'll call this Alpha 12 Phase 4. Set seed. What should we do? Just whoops, no, let's just randomize it a little bit. 6 digits. Yeah, I mean random is random anyway. Difficulty settings I've already done on hard, but of course we are going to change it. Well, we need to get player progression on normal. Degradation speed I just put on normal because it's just irritating. Food consumption, I think we're going to put that down onto normal as well, and oxygen consumption. Just because I want to make fairly rapid progress with this Let's Play, and I don't really want to spend a lot of time running around trying to get food and oxygen. Temperature radiation we'll leave on high just for the fun of it, because radiation is quite interesting and in the sense of the facts, especially on the swamp start. I think we'll just put the ore deposits on normal, and we'll just put them on normal as well. Because again, I do want to make progress with this Let's Play. So auto miner depletion will leave that on true. Enemies difficulties hard. And again, for the purposes of making videos, I'm just going to put this on normal as well, because there's nothing more irritating than hanging around waiting for constructors and blueprints. Mass and volumes on true, and CPUs on true as well. So I think that's good. Next one is planet size. I'm half tempted to play on a large planet, but there's also some part of me knows that when the Alpha 12 drops into the stable branch, I'm going to want to start again, possibly on Project Eden. We'll leave it on medium. Now I know that the temperate start has been reworked, and I have played a little bit on the new temperate start, and I can't see a lot of change. I'm kind of inclined to go for the Arid start. I haven't done an Arid start since Alpha 8, I think, or Alpha 9. It was back in the days when you actually had a patrol vessel. Of course, just to show you here, it says the swamp start here. It says don't go out at night. Starting equipment is, of course, it says here experienced players. This, I mean, I'd like to revisit the swamp start, but I think I'll leave that for Spange to enjoy. It says don't go into the swamp at night. Actually tells you the starting equipment here. Pistol and armor for protection, only pistol, very scarce ammunition, close to nothing, hard. Interesting. But I think we're going to go to Arid. Now this doesn't tell us anything about the starting conditions. The escape pod, equipment, basic, tutorial, yes. I think that's it. And you can see it's an Arid planet. It says easy, gravity. Of course, one of the things about the Arid start is you do start with a suit, because of course oxygen is an issue. You've got to create our own oxygen. There's iron, copper, silicon, promethium, and meteorites random. I think that's it. Let's just get into this now and see what happens. So we're coming down on the ground here. I'm looking for some wreckage. I can see the Polaris signal station there. Maybe we'll head for that and use that as a marker. mean, I must admit, it's really great to be coming down on a planet that's going to be, might be bright. There's some wreckage down in that bottom corner there. I mean, yeah, the planet's orange, but at the same time, it's going to be fun. Yeah. And we're going to do the Robinson Protocol, but at the same time, I probably might skip over parts of it. If you look up in the top right here, you can actually click here, so we'll activate. And if you right click now on the mouse button, you can skip over some of these messages. So if you're kind of going to get through this pretty quick, you can do it. So start the Robinson Protocol, inventory, yes. See what we've got in here. We got food, water, detector, survival tent. So we got a little bit of stuff. View, escape. Familiarize yourself with the head-up display. Okay, yeah, I know that. So we found the teleporter station. I think if we dodge in here, we might be able to get something. Okay, we found some more wreckage. Also a little bit of water. Okay, make the game. Let's open the PDA file. Yes, we'll do that. And you've got these solo missions now, which have been added. And you've got Polaris mission, Talent mission. Nothing from the thing. Okay, PDA, back to here. Just open inventory with tab. And what's this? Says here. Info systems says there. So eat an energy bar. Yeah, well. And let's use the health kit. We're going to have to restore health. 250. Next, move the survival tool. Isn't this fun? Now let's find some rocks to drill. Okay. So we're going to have to get out here. I know it's cheating a little bit ahead of the protocol, but one of the downsides, if I remember correctly, with this planet is actually finding the resources. Use that tree as a marker. Wouldn't mind chopping that tree down, actually. I'm going to need. Let's grab some. Looks like there's some ore over there. And I think this is alien thorn. Okay, we've got an upgrade. And we've got vegetables on this planet. This is great. Oh, we've got some. Come here, right click, resource drill. Wow, we got 5 ore straight away. Okay, so it's here. Usual toolbars. The maintain temperature and O2 is crucial on our planet. Start placing the water container on the ground. Well, I don't really want to put it. Move it to your toolbar first. Yes, well. And actually, temperature might be an issue here, so I'm going to grab that. I think we're going to knock out one of those over there. I think we will use the Polaris station as a kind of our first base. Let's grab that. Grab everything we can. Because of course the game's going to tell us to move. Just now select and place. So we can just drop this here. As soon as the as water contains fuel starts generating small O2 bottles of purified water, you do not forget to pick up the device. A game, I think you are getting ahead of yourself here, because in order to fuel this, we need biofuel. We've got no biofuel. Right, I think what we're going to have to do here is we're going to, what's that here? Asterisk there. Okay, pick up some resources. I think what we're going to do is we're going to skip this, because I think that's really aimed at people who are starting with the medium starter kits. So what we're going to do is just pick that up. I'm going to have to keep it. How much oxygen have I got? 5 oxygen bottles. Each one is 75. Let's put that there for the moment and put the scanner there. Discover some wreckage. This is harvest some bars. Let's harvest to the craft. Okay. Oh, I need to pump out some of these anyway. Actually, just eat that one. Okay. And we're just going to run round and see if we can find. And of course, we've got some space oranges here. I think in contrast to the swamp start, I don't think we're going to have a food problem. I think what we're going to have is a resource problem. Okay, thank you, game. Level 3. Right, we've got a signal source. That's good. So that's the reason why I didn't really want to start the oxygen, because that's 547 meters away. And if I put the oxygen down and put some biofuel in, then we would have kind of been effectively trapped here. I don't really want to dig this out, so we're going to keep going this way. And we'll just grab everything we can on the way through. Actually, it's in the, what we call it is that direction. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to get in here. We're going to take this tree down. And there's not many trees here, and I'd rather have some logs in order to make some biofuel. So if we take this tree down, right, we got 4 logs out of that. And let's keep going. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's this? We've got some plant fibers, so we'll try and knock out some bandages as well. What's this? That's 3 alien thorns. That's going to be good. We'll just keep grabbing everything we can on the way. And we need to keep an eye out for any resources as well. I'm not seeing anything that's worth picking up. That's going to be a problem. So just keep grabbing that. I mean, the general principle is that when you start out, you grab everything in sight because it's all XP. So they come here. Wow. All that time spent on the swamp planet looking for vegetables, and look at that, we're picking them up left, right, and centre. Open the map. Okay, well, so maybe I should have opened the map. So we're heading up that way. Can't. Oh, we found the damaged hover bike. There's some resources that way. Looks like there's more resources that way as well. So let's just get down. Yeah, how's the temperature going? It's 39 degrees. It isn't too bad at the moment. I'm not. It's 42. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on the temperature. And this is fruit. I think we're just gonna. Oops, don't want that. We're not overheating just yet. Grab this. Another 4 logs. Grab another one on the way through. Grab some fruit. Got 3 bandages. Vegetable juice. Wouldn't mind making a few of those. I mean, how many vegetables have I got? 2. Make 2 of those. I think we can queue up a few more of those as well. I mean, it's going to tell us to craft a food bar anyway soon, so. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful that we don't pick up all the food in this area. Getting closer to the signal source, thank you. Well, we can snag this little clump here. I think that will be. Of course, it pays to leave some stuff around because we don't have a fridge at the moment, so the food can spoil. So, right, so we've now there. Find the personal container and take everything. Well, this looks like it might be a bit more of a useful base than the last one I had. I'm pretty sure if we come up here, we can. Whoops! Oh, put the jetpack on. Because of course we've got a suit, right? Right. We're certainly going to take the pistol. Remove that actually. Although I really want a shotgun, to be honest. Take the iron ore. Take that. Leave the core and everything behind just for a moment. Right. Then with newly found items, you should be able to start a temporary camp. Open the tech tree. F3. And we've got to unlock the portable constructor. As we've now got to craft a portable constructor, whip that out and make that. Just might knock off one of these. Was that 43? I think we're doing both of them so that that's ready to go. And I think we'll just add on another 3 of those. So I've got a nice pile of bars here. Sort this out while we're looking at it. Got anti-radiation treatment. You see down here, this is the new change for phase 4. You see that the anti-radiation ointment now has got a radiation reduction of -1. We're certainly going to keep the antibiotic cream, its dermal bruising, and we'll keep the water just in case we get overheated. And we got the herbal leaves. I think we'll keep the herbal leaves with me as well, because if we start eating any fruit or anything, we may get indigestion. Although there's no fruit trees. Fruit trees up over there. Let's just have a look around. Now, we're not seeing any resources. We're not near water, so we're probably going to have to rely on our oxygen generation capability here. Ooh. Contractor down. Oxygen's getting a bit low as well. Okay, we've now let's come out of here. This is we now deploy that. We're probably going to make a second one. Where should we deploy? Maybe we'll just deploy in this corner here. When we should be okay. Right, this is to place the heater cooler as well. Don't forget to pick up. Yes, it might save your life. Yes, thank you. And we got this. Let's put out the survival tent. Because of course the survival tent now acts as a spawn point. So we'll just put the survival tent out as well, as we got there. You spend a lot of time walking around, Commander. It's time to speed things up a little bit. Well, so we're just going to put this in here. Get that in there. Of course, we can make some food, but first thing we'll do is wow. Okay. So we're just going to deploy the bike. Food-wise, if we put that in there, we can make a steak. What is the advantage of the steak? A steak, 60 food, stamina, 3 perish time. I don't think there's much advantage in making steaks, to be honest. I think we're just keep making some of these and deploy the motorbike. There's weapons and craft. So I'm just going to do that. Certainly want a shotgun. The problem is going to be is how we. I want the shotgun, my favourite weapon. I think. Well, we can definitely make the shotgun, I would guess, but we're not going to make the ammunition. We need copper. Okay, we're just going to drop that in there. Make the shotgun. Right. We need copper. We need copper really badly. Wreckage over there. Resources. We'll have to head. Well, I need biofuel as well. Okay, let me just sort this out. I'm gonna have to go slightly off the. We're gonna certainly need to get you out. And what we need to do is get into survival mode. Right, we've got logs. Let's get some of this out first. And actually, let me just split that back to here. And I'm just going to knock out a second portable constructor for me to take with me. So we have portable constructor down here doing the business, and we're wasting a bit of time making that. Let's keep one of those. So I'm just going to stay in this area so that until I can get the oxygen situation sorted out. And then we're just going to have to look around to find some copper. So let me just get out here. I mean, we could do it the hard way, but okay, congratulations. You have completed the basics of the Robinson Protocol. Let's go. So what we're going to do now is find the hover vehicle. Well, sorry game, I've got slightly something more important on my mind at the moment. I need to get the oxygen supply set up. Otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Grab that. Let's just see. I'm actually seeing... Yeah, I know I'm losing contact with the drone. I'm not seeing anything around here at all. I mean, I could mine some rocks. Okay, let's pick up a little bit of rock here. I don't really want to get too far away from my base without... whoops. That's 23 crushed stone. Wow. Oh, we're in the right direction here, so let's just go check out the hover bike. But we don't have the... it's a catch-22 situation. Yes, we've got the bike, but in order to make the bike, we've got to... Well, just have a seat. Sit in the control panel. Open this up. Okay. We need a generator and a fuel tank. In order to make a generator and a fuel tank, we need resources. So, actually... And my oxygen's getting low again. We certainly need the oxygen supply here. Worked out. I've got to solve that problem straight away. So let's get back to here. By now we should have the fuel set up. Okay. Additional drill rocks, underground rocks can be used to salvage there. Also find containers. Okay, let me just... We're just going to get you in there. Let's get the oxygen going. Really do with a second one as well, actually. It's miscellaneous. Portable. Well, we've got it's there. Can I make one? What do I need for some more iron ore? We got no iron ore. I think I've used up. Oh no, we got a little bit of iron ore. So we get in here. Put you down on the bar so that we can refine the ore should we need it. Get that in there. We need 5 ore, so that's 45. I'm just a little bit short. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. I need some rocks. There's some rocks over there. I'm just going to go up and mine some rocks. 26. A little bit more. Grab that. Grab that. Is that all the rock that's around here? You're gonna be kidding me, game. Okay. At least it should give me some ammunition, so that I'm walking around with something I can defend myself with, and hopefully things will go quite well. So just shove you in there, chuck the rocks in there. Right, if we make 5 of those, that would give me 10 ingots, which would then allow me to make some ammunition. And we got the nitrocellulose. So, right, I'm just going to get a bit impatient. We're just going to knock that down to 1 more, and I'll make 2 sets of shotgun ammunition. All right, just going to whoops get the fuel out. And some into, whoops, don't want to put it in. I want to another 2 there. Keep those 2. This should be built now. Fine. I could take the water condenser with me for emergencies, but it's easier just to do this. And then we're just going to hook out that. The oxygen. So we've got 4 oxygen, a little bit of water. So now we're in business. Let me just shotgun. I'm not a big fan of the pistol, to be honest. And okay, we're going low on oxygen again. Really need to start pumping out the oxygen. What do I need to reply? Quick look. What do I need to put? The small generator. We need motor, electronics, and the fuel tank. We need optical fibers. You need silicon. Right, so finally got the ammunition I need. Got a bit more biofuel. Right, we've got all the ammunition now. Just gonna turn it to about 20 of these, and enter some more in here. This produced any more oxygen? Nope. Right, so this next product in 3 seconds. We're just going to pick up 1 more oxygen. Then we're going to go looking for some serious resources. Okay, got enough oxygen. Where was the... Okay, right, we're going to use a little bit of a cheat here. Oh, I haven't fixed it, have they? Okay, we're just going to tag them all 3 around like that. And we're going to jump on the bike. And we're going to go out looking. Oh, Tom, you can get up over the Okie for no keys. One thing I did forget is my heat protection. I'm just going to jump out here. 3. Oh, you found silicon. Pick up. And go over there. Looks like we've got some. So I'm going to take pick up everything we can here. Grab you. Okay, silicon deposit, where are you? I'm just gonna you 5. Drill. Let's just get at it. Double tap just in case there's hostiles around. Right, here we are. We're down on the silicon. I'm not worried about getting everything possible in here, because of course the issue is going to be getting it back to the base, but I just want enough to be going on with so that we can get mobile with the bike. Oxygen's getting a bit low again, so we don't need to work on the oxygen. Right, I think that's probably enough to be going on with. Let's grab that. Up you. Where's the bike? Where's the base? I've lost my base. Aha. Large wreckage, escape pod, of a bike. Let's just tag this as my base location. Right, just knock out some oxygen. Actually, we'll knock out 2 of those now. And just gonna jump back on the bike. I know I should be out here, but I'm a little bit worried about not having my heat protection with me. Plus, there's a limit to how much I can carry, so what we're going to do is we're just going to get... oh, thank you, game. Okay. I'll walk it. I can take a hint, game. I mean, it's only 200 meters. Grab that. Light on. Aha. Then what we can do is put this into here. So we got a couple of there. I'm just going to get that there. Swap this around a little bit. Knock that out. And of course, what we've got here now is we got oops. Well, put that in there. We got there's 5 oxygen. Just put another one in there, and get some more in here. Okay, keep 2 because we're going to need it to fuel the what we call it. And just have a quick look. So we can make a small fuel tank and a small generator. That's what the game is telling us to do. So the trouble is, if I make the generator, it might actually let's just knock this down to 1 again and see if we can get away with the small fuel. I'm a bit worried about the copper, but we do have the electronics, so a bit of fuel. Just knock up one of those oxygens. Eat one of these as well. Of course, what we're going to do is set this back to 10. You can go there. Right, we've got a little bit more food. Let's just time for a food patrol again. Grabbing everything we can. There's not much in the way of trees here as well, which isn't particularly useful. But once we've got the hover bike operational for its own, we can get around a little bit more. I make need a couple of iron ores. I don't think I've got any more iron ore. Haven't I? Nope. Okay. Make 2 iron ores. So we've now got the components for this, so we can fix our hover bike. Where are you, hover bike? On the map, you're just here. Get that. So next thing we need to do is get the hover bike fixed and ready to go. Our dinky little hover bike. Come in here, it says generator down the bottom, fuel tank on top. So we'll just put that there. Generator. And if you're going to place this, make sure you take a little bit of care in placing it, because We don't have a multi-tool at the moment, so we'll just put that there. Fuel 2 biofuel. Thank you, game. Fuel and fuel. Powerful 4 in. Let's just craft biofuel. Well, I'm a little bit ahead of you there, game. So I'm just going to power everything up. That person. A large wreckage. Let's just adjust this a little bit and do a little bit of height. So we're out mobile. When this doesn't have an enclosed cockpit, but it'll be okay. Turn the power off just for the moment. Jump out. We need to conserve power as much as possible. How are we doing here? Magic machines. Another oxygen. Now seat in the control panel again. Thank you, game. You are. Refuel the fuel tank. Well, we've got some more here. What does it say? Open the control panel. Yes. Refill the fuel tank. Put some more in here. Start up. Why? This is their hover vehicle now ready to drive. Before you should go back, alternative use Y has an oxygen. In case your oxygen has an oxygen tank. I don't think we've got an oxygen tank on this. I'm pretty sure we don't have an oxygen tank. It'd be nice to have an oxygen tank on here, because it means we could then put an oxygen station on here, and we go. I mean, the cargo capacity is quite limited. Let's just have a look at the options. Small vessel, O2 tank. Well, we've got the oxygen tank, but we need a small constructor, so we're going to need our base up and running. So we can unlock that. Detector, craft and add a detector. Oh, of course, yeah, we're going to make a. Yeah, well, unfortunately, we're not level 5. You're a little bit ahead of the game. So. Right, just make sure we got everything we need. We got some fuel. I've got. Where's mine? Magic temperature. We'll take that with us, and what we're going to need to do is 1, get some more XP, and 2, we've now got to get out and collect some more resources. So we've got an iron deposit over here. We're certainly going to want the iron deposit and the silicon deposit, and it looks like these are going to stay persistent. Okay, I'm just going to land, and I'm just going to do this a quick way. Because what we can do now is we've got one copper in the bike. Can't see the point of putting it in the bike, actually, come to think of it. So what we're going to do is just going to get you there. So let's just get down and start to mount some iron. So we're just coming down on the iron ore. I'm just going to get some of this out. Right, just want to have a quick check. I think we've got enough to be going on with. Oops. Right, we're going to have to leave that there. So we're just going to jump. I mean, we can put the overflow into here should I need it, but I can't see the point, to be honest, at the moment. So, bike seems to be a little bit overloaded. I'm just going to get back to the large wreckage and pop this off. So, where's my little base camp? My land. Please stop. Yes, I know. So, just gonna drop some more this into here. A bit more biofuel. And I don't need that iron ore anymore now. How long? We got 6 minutes to daylight. Oops, we need some oxygen. Nice. How are we doing? The oxygen snakes. Yes, okay. Let's keep pumping that out. And how are you doing? 2 more. Okay, we're up to 10 now. Got my portable heater. A quick check. Got my emergency oxygen should I need it. We've got a little bit of biofuel. How are we doing here? Still pumping out the biofuel. We got -3. I'm feeling cold. How come I'm feeling cold at -3? Oh, because my body temperature's dropped below 14. So I'm gonna have to stand here and warm up a little bit. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sleep through the night, to be honest. It's just, we're going to use oxygen, but I think it'd just be quicker to do that. Because what I need to do is get out and, how can you say, get some XP. To get XP, we're going to need trees, collect everything we can lay our hands on. If we get out to about here, just jump out, turn off the power, power off, and right, we've got escape pod, we've got silicon deposits, large wreckage, resource over that way, 387. That could be a good shot to go for. I'm just going to jump in the magic machine, power on, and okay, we've got some more fruit and stuff here. So it's all XP, so just grab that and that and that. And we got here. These are herbal leaves, we'll take those. And grab you. Resources over there, we'll grab you. This is a little bit temperamental. Right, we found some copper, and that is useful. We're just gonna see how close we can get to the copper. It's almost like it's 43. That's quite a long. I'll have to do a little bit of drilling here, I think. The temperature. Game, you told me that there was copper there. Yeah, okay. 32, 31, 28, 26, 25. Oh, we got some sandworms there. They're good for XP. Let me just, I mean, this might be a little bit of a mistake. But also if I reload as well. I can't remember if these actually get hostile, but oops. Oops. Sorry, I forgot. These have a tendency to gang up on you if you're... Back away. Well, it got us to level 5 if nothing else. And it should have got some meat and some medical stuff as well, which is good. In some ways, the sandworms are the desert planet version of the spiders. Okay, where did that copper go? Come on, game. Don't mess about. Oh, there it is. Right. let's just drop the temperature thing there, and we're just going to, oops, don't want that, F5, and F1, go to 1, and I'm just going to drill out some copper ore. I can't see it again. Okay. Oops. We have to be a little bit careful here in case those sandworms respawn. So just gonna get them. Just want enough copper in order to get that scanner working. Right, I think that is enough to be going on with, because I've noticed that I haven't got my portable constructor with me, because of course I left it on the silicon location. So what we're going to do is grab here, and we're just going to get back to large wreckage, and we should be able to build our scanner and get it onto the ship. So we're just going to get back to here. Oh, well, right, stuck. This feels quite odd. We're just going to get back to here, land, power off, and I'm going to drop the copper in there. We've got some meat. I think what we can do is make the perish time for meat is 8. I think we can knock out 4 steaks here. Get that in there, get that in there, and corn, and we'll put that and that in there, so we can make a vegetable drink and a couple of fruit drinks, so I can repair my health. And what I can do is get up to here. File constructor, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, another 4, 5 of those. So we're okay now, and of course what we do need to do now is just do the unlock. Why can't we? Can I thought it was at level 5. Why can't I unlock? Not at level 5. Okay, so we're working towards level 5, so we're gonna have to go out and do a bit more. Yep. Okay. Well, that's not a problem. We can do that. Right, we're now getting serious about oxygen, which is good. Oh, oops, I should have picked that up. We'll carry that there. And what's the status in here? You're out of fuel. Just keep that going. I think I need to go and get my other constructor. So I'm just going to jump onto here. Question is, where is my other constructor? There it is there. So we got silicon, iron, and copper now. So we're just going to go back out. We've got some resources to get up and running now, so we can now start being a little bit more independent. And what have I got left in here? A little bit of stone. I think I can get a little bit more iron ore before we leave. Make the trip worthwhile. I know I can turn the iron ore into ingots, but I want to make sure that I can bring the portable constructor back. I don't want to leave it out here. I think 3 would be good. That means I can put 1 out on a deposit. I've got 1 I can carry with me, and I've got 1 back on my base. I mean, I know eventually I will take the base up, because what most likely will happen is we're going to have to move the base a little bit so we're actually closer to water. Oh, we're getting fried. Okay. Temperature out. Well, see, we're up here. I think now I've got the oxygen. I think we're just going to just top up with the oxygen. How much space have I got left there? 325. So we're okay at the moment. We're not getting cooked anymore. Okay, we're getting very close now, and I need to be able to pick this up. So we're just going to jump back into the magic ship. Power on, and we're going to get back to the large wreckage. So here we are, we're back at the large wreckage, power off and jump out. And I'm gonna shove all this into here, keep that on the toolbar. Right, no emergency. Right. Just gonna eat some of these steaks and we're gonna use these up because they won't last that long. Maybe shoot another one. 41 health. I think you can just stay there. Just eat another one of these steaks. There are 60 each. So you can eat all of them. Thank you, game. So that's good. We've got that there. Still got some more. We're going to push out some more biofuel. We're going to need some more wood fairly soon. Got some spoiled food in here already, which means I've overlooked something. And so we've now got silicon, copper, and what we're going to need to do now is work on the XP in order to build the detector. And I suppose truthfully, let's have a quick look at this protocol. Yeah, I mean, we need to build the detector before it gives us the base bit. Interesting. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will carry on trying to get the XP, get everything running. Just make sure, yeah, I'm getting a bit low on fuel here, so we're going to need to get the biofuel into here. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.